Hey, what's going on, podcasters, coaches, consultants, anyone that wants to start a podcast? Want to come on here real quick to let you guys know about a question that came up during a coaching call where we were discussing how to get my client how to get them more clients, how to use their podcast to actually get them land more clients. So the way that their kind of funnel works is that they get people into their podcast, they're listening to their podcast, and then at the end, during the outro, they'll pitch their services and get someone to book a consultation call, free consultation call with them. And then on that consultation call, they evaluate the lead and see if it's going to be a good fit for them, for the podcast listener to join the coach's program. So I listened to my clients, my coaching students, outro, and identify a couple of things that I used to make a mistake doing, that I see a lot of other people making, that I want to make it easier for you guys. So what you want to do is that when you do an outro, there's three key things to get right. The first thing is that make sure the outro is natural. So don't make it like a mistake that I see a lot is that people will start playing their outro music or say, thank you for listening to the podcast. Immediately when people know that the normal content, the interview or whatever content you created for that podcast is over and now we're in the outro phase, a lot of people tune out. Either mentally they tune out, they might even just skip on to the next podcast episode, they might just stop listening altogether, they might close out their podcast app. Basically that outro music and letting people know that the content is over and now we're in the outro stage gets a lot of people to leave, which means that you lose a huge chance, huge opportunity to pitch your products and services. So the first thing you do is make it super natural. Don't do background music. Make it as if you were just ending the conversation on your podcast, and then immediately the next thing you say is start talking about your call to action, whether it means to go visit a website to learn more about your products and services, or book a call with you, or whatever it is the next step that you want your prospective client to take. Make it as natural as possible. Second thing is that pick one call to action. The mistake I see a lot of times is that, at the end of each podcast, a lot of people will say, click on, make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a review, check out my website, follow me on social media. When you give people too many options, they kind of like don't want to make a choice, right? Because choices are hard. The same thing whenever you walk into, like, whenever my wife sends me to get toothpaste at the CVS, I walk in and there's a wall of toothpaste and like so many different things, so many crazy words on the toothpaste. Like, it's hard for me to make a decision. That a lot of times I'm like, I'm just gonna grab whatever. I don't make a wise decision, right? So don't give your lead, the podcast listener, too many options, because you give them too many options, they have this analysis paralysis because they don't want to make the wrong choice. So should I go subscribe first? Should I leave a review first? Should I go to the website first? Too many options is overwhelming and doesn't get them to focus on the one action you want them to take. So one call to action. So if it's to book a call with you, tell them, hey, if you're interested in learning more about what I do, make sure you click the link in the show notes to book a call with me, and that's it. Don't go rattle off a bunch of other kind of call to actions. It's just going to dilute from the attention that you want on the main call to action that you want, which is oftentimes book a call, visit a website to learn more about your products and services. And the third thing is to make your call to action memorable and step by step, because you got to think about it. A lot of people are listening to podcasts when they're on the go. They're not sitting down in front of a computer and like taking notes as you talk. They're listening to on the go. So what you want to do is that when you do give your outro, make sure that you tell them step by step how to exactly do what you want them to do. So if it's to book a call with you, you gotta say, if you're interested in learning more about how I can help you, blah blah blah, I invite you to click the link in my show notes. On that page that you click on will take you to a page where you can book a call with me, a free consultation call. You pick a time and then show up at that time, we'll talk. And that's it. Like, make it as super, super straightforward as possible. Like, there's this thing called, I think, the grandma test, where it's kind of, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called grandma test, or like I think the 5-year-old test. Like, there's different variations of it. The idea is that you got to walk people step by step as if they don't know what they're doing, because a lot of times they don't. There are a lot of other things going on. So the more step by step you can make it, the easier it is for them to remember how to do it, know how to do it, and ingrain inside their head how to do it. So they actually take the call to action that you want. So again, 3 things: make it natural, make it flow with the regular podcast. Don't make it apparent that the podcast is over and now you're in the outro and now you're doing your pitch. And make it one call to action. Don't make it a bunch of different things. That makes it too complicated for your lead to know what to do next. And lastly, make it memorable and step by step. So make it as clear as possible. Ideally, what I recommend people doing is that just have like a website specifically for that call to action you want them to take. So if you want them to go visit a page to look at your products or your coaching products, your consulting products, your services, if it's to book a call with you, make it super, super simple. Make it something that's memorable so that they don't have to write it down. They can just hear it and there's no issues with it, right? You don't want to pick a word that could be spelled different ways or what is that? I forget, what is it called? Can't remember what the type of word is called, but basically a word that could mean multiple things, but sounds exactly the same. You don't want it to be confusing. Make it straightforward as possible. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out when it comes to how to put together an outro. So listen, if you are looking to grow your business with a coaching service, a coaching product, a consulting product, consulting service, and you want help on how to use a podcast to do that, then I invite you to click the link in this post, book a call with me, and if it's something that is a good fit for you, good fit for me, I'll tell you more about how all that works, and you can decide to join or not. But it all starts off with booking the call. So click the link in this post, book a call with me, and I'll talk to you soon, talk to you on that call. So that's an example of how to do an outro, right? Make it as a natural part of the conversation. Don't make it abrupt. Don't make it like, that is clearly the end of the content, and make it natural and give them step by step, just like I showed you guys just now. So for sure, for real though, if you're interested in growing your business with a podcast, click the link in this post, book a call with me, and we'll talk more about how we can make that happen for you. And if you're interested in working further, we'll go on from there. But click the link in this post, book a call with me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.